He's taller than me.
Yeah, title for Leigh. How are you? We're talking about books today, and like, have books always been part of your life? Were there any that you were obsessed with?
I had a book from my grandfather, which I would have got as a Christmas present, I think, when I was about 7, and it was called Mysterious Planet. And it was basically one of these books with, Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, all the world's top mysteries, and that sort of stuff. I really got into at that age. So much so that later on, 20, 30 years later, I made a spoof TV show called Mysterious Planet. I lost the actual book. What I ended up doing was making a fake cover for another book, and this is a Monty Python book.
So I was having a look at your book.
Yeah.
Your book collection here this morning, and you got quite a few biographies, a lot of musos.
Yep.
Quite a few film books.
Yes.
And I also spied this one, which is called "Why Is Uranus Upside Down?"
Yeah.
I just wanted to know what made you pick that one up.
Well, that's a really good question. It's actually more about conundrum, weird questions, scientific questions, and obviously the name is a little bit more exciting than the rest of the content, I think, as I look through.
Have you read it?
No, I haven't.
Lovely.
But I read the back of it. It's the type. Most of the books I read or get are literally from an airport bookshop. Mm-hmm. And they have those self-help books. I've had those before, but also biographies, this kind of stuff. Something I can read, maybe can start on the flight, on the plane, because I need to get into it. And once I'm into it, I won't put it down.
What are one or two of the books that have meant the most to you over your lifetime?
A Clive Cussler book, Raise the Titanic, right?
Page Turner?
Yeah, it was. He's a classic writer in the way. He knows what he's doing. But when I read that, I think I was a sort of teenager or something. Because it's a fictitious story about putting this boat up because it's got this plutonium or something in the hull that they need to get out. So if you can marry history with fiction, it tends to be the sort of fiction I'll go for.
What would you say to men who don't read? What are they missing out on?
The same that I say to my kids when they're not reading enough is that their imagination isn't developing enough. Because getting everything directly at you from an online perspective, it's already done, whether it's watching Netflix or YouTube, whatever. You only have to engage so much before you're entertained. Whereas if you're reading a book, my vision of the same book, you're imagining the characters in your own mind's eye, what they look like and everything. So your imagination is working twice as hard, so you get twice as much out of it in a way when you get a good book.